Panama is forcing authorities to substantially scale back shipping through the Panama Canal, one of the world's key shipping channels.
Why is the Panama Canal, the lifeline of global trade, becoming a clogged bottleneck? Recently, hundreds of ships have been stranded, waiting their turn on this 50-mile engineering marvel that links the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Handling around 14,000 vessels each year, it's essential for 6% of the world's maritime traffic. Yet technical issues, space limitations, and climate change are choking this vital conduit, causing a massive logjam in one of the world's busiest trade routes. Let's dive into the reasons behind this unprecedented disruption and what it means for global trade. Back in the days of old, sailing from the Atlantic to the Pacific was a voyage fraught with danger. Sailors had to navigate the infamous Drake Passage and the Strait of Magellan. This treacherous journey, marked by countless shipwrecks and lost lives, underscored the desperate need for a safer, more efficient route. Enter the Spanish explorers. With a vision that seemed almost too ambitious, the Panama Canal. This audacious project aimed to carve a path through the narrow Isthmus of Panama, effectively splitting North and South America to create a shortcut between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Understanding the canal's significance and its challenges requires a look at its operation. The canal uses a system of locks to manage the varying altitudes along its length. As a ship approaches, it encounters 3 sets of locks, each separated by gates. The vessel is gradually lifted as water from the subsequent lock fills the first. When the water levels equalize, the gates open, allowing the ship to move forward. This process continues until the ship is raised 26 meters above sea level, ready to sail through the high-altitude Gatun Lake. At the lake's end, the ship descends through a similar series of locks back to sea level. Despite these challenges, the Panama Canal remains a vital artery for international shipping. It accommodates large vessels, ensuring a steady flow of marine traffic and drastically reducing travel times and costs. Primarily used for trade between East Asia and the US East Coast, the canal handles a diverse range of cargo, from coal and wheat to petroleum and automobiles. It serves as a critical juncture for transcontinental maritime routes, connecting the East Coast to Asia and the West Coast to Europe, while also facilitating swift naval movements between the oceans. Even though the Panama Canal is no longer under US control, it remains crucial for US strategic interests. For Panama, the canal is an invaluable asset, serving both military and commercial purposes on a global scale. The nation's economy would suffer significantly if the canal were to dry up. Now let's dive into the canal's water crisis. Each transit through the Panama Canal requires an astonishing 52 million gallons of water, sourced from man-made lakes that raise and lower ships through a series of locks. Rainfall is crucial to maintaining these water levels, but most of it eventually flows back into the ocean, presenting a unique challenge. Balancing the water needs of the canal with those of Panama's 4.3 million residents, who rely on the same sources for drinking water, is a delicate task. Traditionally, Panama, one of the wettest countries on Earth, has enjoyed abundant rainfall, particularly around the canal and its surrounding lakes. However, 2023 was a stark exception. If this scenario unfolds, Panama's lakes will fail to replenish, leading to a prolonged water deficit for the Panama Canal. This would pose severe challenges for both domestic and international trade, threatening Panama's economy and the global shipping routes that depend on this critical maritime passage. The underlying issue with the Panama Canal's water crisis goes beyond El Niño. It's deeply tied to the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest. This lush expanse, hundreds of kilometers away, plays a crucial role in regulating rainfall through a process called transpiration. The Amazon releases massive amounts of water vapor into the atmosphere, forming clouds that eventually return as rain, creating a self-sustaining cycle. The Amazon is vital for controlling regional rainfall and affecting the global climate. However, rampant deforestation disrupts this delicate balance. When trees are cut down, they can no longer release water vapor, leading to decreased overall rainfall. As deforestation progresses, the Amazon risks reaching a tipping point where it can no longer generate sufficient rain to sustain itself. This triggers a perilous domino effect. Weakened rainforests release more carbon dioxide and absorb less moisture, making the remaining trees more vulnerable to drought. This cycle exacerbates severe droughts, like the one currently impacting Panama, worsens the climate crisis, threatening regions like Panama that rely on stable rainfall patterns. The interconnectedness of our global systems has never been clearer. The water crisis at the Panama Canal starkly illustrates the far-reaching effects of environmental changes in one part of the world on another. With the Amazon rainforest weakening, the likelihood of prolonged and severe droughts increases, posing a significant threat to the operation of the Panama Canal. This vital artery for global trade faces severe operational challenges if water levels continue to drop. The economic implications for Panama are dire, as the canal is a cornerstone of the nation's economy. The ripple effects would extend globally, with longer transit times and higher transportation costs impacting the availability and prices of goods worldwide. The Panama Canal Authority, grappling with severe water scarcity, has been forced to make tough decisions. Normally, the canal handles up to 36 ships daily, but due to the current water limits, that number has plummeted to around 20 ships a day. This drastic reduction has put shipping companies in a precarious situation, forcing them to choose between expensive delays or costly alternatives. Shipping businesses now face the daunting prospect of waiting weeks for a slot to open, incurring substantial costs and jeopardizing profit margins. To avoid these long waits, some companies opt to pay a hefty fee, up to $4 million, to bypass the queue and expedite their passage. While this cuts down on delays, it imposes a significant financial burden that many cannot afford. In response, many firms are bypassing the canal entirely, rerouting their ships around South America. These longer routes, through the Strait of Magellan or around Cape Horn, add days or even weeks to the journey, driving up shipping costs and creating logistical headaches. This shift underscores the dire situation at the Panama Canal and its ripple effects on global trade. Compounding this crisis are recent security issues in the Red Sea, another vital trade route. That's all for today. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Check out the next video too. You'll love it.